Hi, I'm Wally. And if you don't know me, you should. If you don't love me, you will. Why? I'm here to make your life better. I'm the conductor. We're going places. I'm the maestro. There's music to be made. I am the father of feather philosophy. But it's gonna cost you a piece of your soul, so look me in my eyes. Go on and get your wallets out. Get ready to buy what I'm selling, because it's going down. As I do every day when I speak to you, because I'm only talking to you. When I speak to you, I make you this promise that by the time it's all said and done with, you'll be one of three things. One of three things? One of three things. You'll either be entertained, or educated, or inspired. That's my word. By the time it's all said and done with, I make you this promise that you'll either be entertained, educated, or inspired by the time it's all said and done with. That's my promise. And I'm going to make and keep that promise. So give me a few minutes, because after I make and keep my promise, I'm going to ask you to make and keep a promise. But right now, I want to tell you, look, man, look. What you eat tomorrow depends on how hard you work in the vineyard today. What you eat, and see, the problem with that reference is so many of us don't have any hand in growing our own food. And because we don't have a hand in growing our food, we don't know the due diligence it takes into getting that food to our table, which allows us to waste so much food. But that's a whole nother different segment. What you eat tomorrow depends on what you do today. If you're not working hard today, you're not going to have any fruit to eat tomorrow. You're not going to have any fruit to eat tomorrow. And that's science. That's logic. You can't plant any species of plant today and expect to reap the benefits of it as immediately as tomorrow. You have to be planning down the road. See, that's why they tell you that you have to have goals. You have to write down your goals. Why do you have to write down your goals? You have to write down your goals to keep yourself informed and inspired, so that as you're progressing towards whatever it is that you're going, you have the map. You've got the blueprint. You know exactly where it is, where you're going, so that when you get there, you've taken all the necessary steps to be able to eat in the future based off of what you're doing today or what you have done today. That's deep. And I need for you to understand that. I need for you to understand that the little tiny pieces of progress that you're making today, because you are making progress. That's another thing I need for you to understand. Even when you don't feel like it, if you're working towards a worthy common goal and you put effort in it or on it, it doesn't matter. If you're putting effort in it or putting effort on it every day, you're making progress. You're making progress. I want to encourage you to take the adventure. Take the adventure. I had an initial message, but I'm being led and drawn to tell you to take the adventure. Wally, what are you talking about? You get up, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed. You get up, you go to work, you come home, you go to bed. You get up, you go. Those don't give you any... That does not give you the neurological experience you need for the production of happiness chemicals in your brain. Why? Because it's an established, habituated pattern that you really don't even like. And so as you engage in this habituated pattern that you really don't even like, you're not afforded the happy, feel-good chemicals. Because when you go to that job that you don't like, you're not going to get flooded with happy chemicals if you're at a job that you don't like. So, break the norm. Break the norm. Take the adventure. The reason I want you to take the adventure is when you get old, because you're going to get old, and I'm going to say if you develop some form of cognitive impairment, because I'm a speech pathologist, like, you don't have to get old and lose your mind. Like, I'm telling people, like, I have a whole package from tests to ideas of what we can do to keep your brain in work and function in order. But if you get old and if you get dementia, the only things you will have, and I said things, the only things you will have will be your thoughts and your memories. The only thoughts and memories you will have will be the experiences that you engaged in. The more quality experiences that you engage in this life, the better your life ends up being. But too many times, we won't go on a trip right now because we feel like the trip is probably contrary to our future goal. It's not. It's not. Understand that the process is what this thing is all about. Not the end goal. Not the end goal. Because death is actually the end goal. Sorry. Not you being a successful business person. That's not the end goal. That's not the end of this thing. Death is the end of this thing. And so all along the way, you have to be working towards a worthy something so that when the final gets here, you've approximated whatever it is that you're working towards. And you get to work up into the point where you die. But what has to happen is you have to be putting things in now that you're going to get from in the future, which is why I'm telling you, take the adventure. Take the adventure. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Break the mold. Why? Because you need that in your spirit. You need that in your spirit. That actually fortifies you. That actually gives you strength to be able to endure whatever it is that you're going through. Because a lot of times when we're going through things, we experience discontent when we're in a habit and the habit is not giving us the desired outcome that we want. Every now and again, you have to break the habit. I said every now and again because the habit is necessary in order for us to build momentum to be going to the goal. But every now and again, in order to strengthen your inner person, break the habit. Break the cycle. Do something different. Why? Because you need that neurologic experience in your brain. That's how your brain takes care of you. It takes the reality that you feed it and it molds it and it shapes it and it makes sense of it. If it's not something that you're consistently happy with, well, you find yourself not being consistently happy. So all Wally is saying is break out of that. Break out of that. Do something different. Why do you need to do something different? I just told you. You're going to need the experience when you get old and you sitting in your rocking chair and you really can't do nothing. And so you need to have something to reflect on. If you don't have anything to reflect on, you end up being angry because you feel like you got cheated out of life. And you know what? You did. You did, but you cheated yourself out of life. This is your life, and nobody can make you go do. You just have to go do. And I'm giving you the permission to go do. Not only am I giving you the permission to go do, I'm giving you the neuroscience as to why it's necessary that you go do. Break the mold and go do something different, because that's going to give you life experience. And when you have life experience, that's something for you to reflect on when life sucks. When you reflect on the good stuff. When you reflect on the good stuff, your body doesn't know if it's actually happening or not. When you're in reflection in your mind, your brain doesn't know is it actually happening or not. And because it doesn't know if it's actually happening or not, it still emits the same feel-good chemicals that it would emit if it actually was hacking. That's a life hack. That's how you make your life better. You're welcome. That's why a lot of people's life suck, man, because they don't have anything to reflect or fall back on. Here's my example. Every day, Monday through Friday, I do work a full-time job as I'm working on my dream, because you got to finance your dream some kind of way. I get up, I go to that man's job, I work on that man's job, I come home, I work for myself, I go to bed. I do that every day, Monday through Friday. And y'all have heard me crying in recent weeks. You know, sometimes it's a little hard. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to... You see my hair? I said, I'm going to break the mold. And Wednesday was my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mommy. And so I worked. But instead of coming home, I jumped right on the road and I drove the 3 hours to go see my mom. I didn't have a stitch of clothes. I wore the same clothes to work Wednesday and Thursday. The only thing different was my mom washed my socks and drawers and I put them right back on. I'm telling them. I got up extra early yesterday morning to drive into work. Like, I'm dog tired right now. Like, I didn't even work out this morning. But when I think about what happened over the past couple days, being with my mom, me and my sister didn't argue as much as we historically do whenever we get together. Like, I generated experiences that when I think about, it floods my body with feel-good chemicals and feel-good hormones. That's a life hack. And so today when life starts to suck, I'm like, man. But there was Wednesday and Thursday. Mom fried fish, mom fried cornbread. Hey, we even drank some Hennessy Black. Like, it was a good time. It was a good time. When I think about that, my subconscious mind does not know if it's actually happening or if I'm just reminiscing. And so it still floods my body with those feel-good chemicals that was initially produced. They're produced again now. If you're not having experiences in your life, then you're not going to be able to hack your life in that way. And when your life sucks, you just continue to be a victim of your suckage life. You have to get a hold. You have to get in control of this thing. I get up here to give you ways to hack your life so that you can be happier. I'm not up here to look pretty when I get up here and say, hi, I'm Wally. I'm here to make your life better. Baby, I mean that. I mean that. If you listen to the words that I'm saying, if you implement the things that I advise you to implement, if you have the experiences, you won't regret them. You only regret what you do not do. You only regret what you don't like. Oh, I should have hit him in the mouth. Or, I should have said this. You never regret what you did. You typically only regret what you have not done. And so to keep you from feeling that way, do it. Have the experience. Why? Because you need it and it's good for you. You break the mold, you feel better about yourself. You feel better about yourself from the experience and from the memories that you have because your body's able to flood you with the feel-good chemicals from the experience that you had. You can hack your life. Life starts to suck. All you got to do is hit a moment of meditation and think about the experience that you had. Bam, you're now flooding your body with feel-good chemicals. Your life is better if you use that. You won't have to sit around and feel bad. You're welcome. And because you've been entertained, because this is Wally, baby. Because you've been educated. This is Wally, I know you were. And because I know you were inspired, I want for you just to drop down in the comments, Happy Friday. Happy Friday, because that's what this is. If you got any value from this, put happy whatever day of the week it is, because this video is just going to keep going. You'll end up sharing this with somebody whose life sucks and their life sucks and they don't know why their life sucks, but Wally just told you why their life sucks because they're not having the experiences that they need to have, and you'll forward this video. I'm not even worried about that, but what I am worried about is you right now. I want to make sure today's a happy day for you. So down in the comments, just write happy whatever day it is. It's Happy Friday for me right now. So wherever you are, however you are, have the experience. And if you have the experience, it indeed will be a Happy Friday. Almost left without saying wally.com.com. But I did not forget to say wally.com.com. You need to go to wally.com.com.